What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on F125 for the team's home Grand Prix in Silverstone. Round number 12. If you didn't see the last video in Austria, it was an absolute great video. We get our first podium of the team, and we're driving as Franco Colapinto, so he gets his first podium in Formula 1, which was absolutely spectacular to see. We drove so well. The car was perfect. Everything was good. Realistically, nothing we can do in the activities really, apart from the podium celebration, which I mean improves everybody's morale. So I mean I'm going to take it. Um, we got an interesting weekend. Well, of course it was interesting. We got our first podium as the team. Um, and we've won our rivalry for Visa Cash Out Racing Bulls. So we're cooking as well on that one. And performance, we are very close to Visa Cash Out Racing Bulls. I reckon a couple more upgrades and we'll be up there fighting for the lower midfield. But for owner training, we do have one selection. Nothing really caught my fancy in engineering, but this reduced the cost of facility improvements by 15%. I had to go with it. I have to. But it won't be on the cards for Great Britain, be on the cards hopefully for Belgium. But for the engineering, I've improved comms research. I do the wrong one here, and you can see my mistake when it sits in a minute. I was meant to improve comms development, but you can see I'm trying to look for dual developing. I thought I've missed it or something. So I go to the unavailable improvements, as you need to do some to actually get it, and I realise, oh, I've done the wrong one. So I just do the improved comms straight away, as we've got the cash to do it. So that will help with the end game, with doing like regulation changes. We know regulation changes are going on, but just a silly thing for me. At the end of the day, got some upgrades popping in, a couple failed, but yeah, a bit of a short video, short intro. Not really much to do as it's such a close gap to Silverstone from Austria, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what. Yeah, just looking at future upgrades we can possibly put on in terms of the facility side of things. Obviously, dual development is a massive thing. I was watching Arav and all of his brilliant content on his channel, and yeah, he to be fair, he's been stepping how I do my career modes. Realistically, he made sense of how to do the research and development. As when I saw that on the pre-thing, it was really confusing to me for some reason. I don't know why. It was just really confusing.
Hey boss,
In
I
terms
must
of
say I'm impressed at
everything
how...
under the sun. But we've got some unfitted parts on the car. So we're going to assign both of them. And I think I'm going to assign everything to Mark Webber. Yeah, we are. But with that, with Mark Webber's car now, we are now 10th in terms of the people, which is really good. But of course, we are going to be driving as Mark Webber today. As, of course, we got Franco. Last video with his first podium in his Formula 1 career. Just looking at some touch-ups on terms of general wear on cars, any development that needs to be done. We had a development fail, but we just get all of them done quickly. As of course, majority of stuffs. The tyre blankets are important ones to put on because of course that's a tyre wear upgrade. As you can see, we're 500k, so I'm just going to stop it there. Driver's Mark Webber today, and Franco's better race pace than him. That's interesting, but let's go. And you join me at the end of qualifying around the British Grand Prix. It's not very good. It's P18 as it stands. We're cooked. We were actually cooked. We were put down to reality. It's going to be P20 as we cross the line. I told you it's not been happy hunting grounds, and it looks like it's continued in today's video. P20, but is that just where the car is at the moment?
With qualifying
It
wraps up
looks
now,
like
we
it,
have
but
our grid
don't
line
even
up for
see
the
one of
big
our
race
guys,
tomorrow. Be
P14
sure to
and
join us
above.
then for what will
That's
no doubt be a
not
fantastic race.
good, but also it just means we need to be pushing more in terms of upgrades and money. Not even P16, 18, 19, 20. So we're P20 and Franco's P22. Let's go to the grid.
Welcome everyone as you join us at a former Second World War aircraft base, now converted into one of the great motor racing tracks. Britain is one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every year of the Formula One World Championship, and long may that continue. This is Silverstone, and this is the British Grand Prix. Straddling the border of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, the 18 corners of Silverstone Circuit form the 3.6-mile beating heart of Formula One. It's been reinvented over the years, with Turn 1 now the fast right-hander of Abbey, but the magic of racing is as strong here as it's ever been. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Yuki Tsunoda, and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Piastri, Antonelli, and Alex Albon, Gasly, Stroll, Liam Lawson, and Hulkenberg, Behrman, Bortoletto, Carlos Sainz, and Isaac Hadjar, Doohan, Webber, Ocon, and Franco Colapinto rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out.
You join me in the formation lap around Silverstone. We're going to be starting on the soft compound tyres, as you saw. So as the rest of the grid, it seems. P20, but yeah, it is what it is. The team is not going to obviously hasn't had a good qualifying as it's their home race. But hey, we're going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights out. And away we go for the British Grand Prix. Hadjar's going to have a bad reaction time off the line. We're going to use the ERS to some good use. We're going to get a better launch than the majority of the grid. And we get it to P16. They're going to be fixing that. So after Belgium, the next video that I do, which will be in Hungary, the reaction time and the launches of the cars will be a lot slower in terms of where you are on the grid, as that's a new patch that they're going to do. If we get past Lawson before the end of the first sector, can we get past any more cars before the end of the first sector? Gasly and Bortoletto are going to be side by side. Oh, it's going to be an unorthodox move, 3 wide as we nearly make it. We're going to try and make a move on Hulkenberg, getting a bit too much dirty air off his car. We're going to go completely off track. Pierre Gasly right behind us. Bortoletto trying to slot his way in, but we're going to go through cops. Bit of track limits there, but we didn't get anything for it, so I'm not going to say no to it. Made team P13, of course. That patch, I mean, we shouldn't even be at P13. We should be slowly making our way up. 1.5 seconds to Hulkenberg. That is slowly increasing on the straight. But Pierre Gasly is going to try and make another move before the end of this lap, and he does successfully make that move up to P13. And yeah, we've got nowhere to go. I think points in Silverstone is out of the question this season. Definitely this season. We're nowhere near in terms of the points range for this season. It's a bit of a shame, of course, but that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. If my voice sounds a little bit weird, hey people. But yeah, Lawson was looking for a move into turn number 3. And for the DRS, we do maintain that DRS, but as you can see, with that slip of understeer, we're just gonna
The
lose
energy
it
store's
basically.
depleting,
I don't know why I've
reducing
gone
our overall
softs,
capacity.
as
The more
softs
charge you
is probably
hold,
the
the
worst
faster that
compound of
capacity
tyre
will drop.
this season for us, but our ICE and energy store is absolutely on the cusp. Lawson, a couple of laps later, a couple of laps later, looking for a move, same with Sainz, and Doohan was looking for the same move that his teammate did, and these two squeezed the door. We're going to be pushed off the track, and Sainz and Lawson are going to get moves done. Bortoletto in the pit a lot earlier than I expected. But hey, that just happens sometimes. But what happened next? I'm just gonna leave it to you guys to watch. It is absolute cinema.
Pit now, pit now.
As you just saw, absolute similar there. But that number 6, we are going to come in for our pit stop. And so does Hajar, it looks like. Majority of the grid has already realistically come in, but we're looking at Nico Hulkenberg. If we can, Bortoletto, sorry. We're looking at Bortoletto. If we come out behind him, it means Bortoletto's early start hasn't worked. So yeah, we're going to go on to the trusty compound of mediums. Mediums have been absolutely happy
Okay, there
hunting
seems to
grounds
have been
for
a
us
problem
recently,
removing the
and we
left
do
rear
get an
wheel. We
issue.
need to try and put that
As why
behind us,
do
and
we?
let's
We
finish
pay
the race as strong as
1.25
possible.
million for pit stop improvements, and it hasn't worked. But Bortoletto got out in front of us. Apologies, I didn't show that. But the rest of the grid, I mean, you can see Lawson on the map. Lawson's already out the bloody pits. It's not going to be a good day for us. Absolutely not. 8 laps and have a 13-lap race.
And some information on
Yeah, Charles
Leclerc.
Leclerc
Okay,
out
they're
of the
out of
session
this
on lap
race.
number 9 is going to give us a free position. Going to be P16, but it doesn't matter. It's an absolute joke. But yet again, what happened next? What happened next would change the fate
Green flag.
of our Grand Prix as driving as Mark Webber as a whole.
Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay.
As you can see, unfortunately, we DNF'd. I don't know how I DNF'd. I think I just got too much revs on the car, but we do DNF from the British Grand Prix, the team's home Grand Prix. Unfortunately, wasn't what it was meant to be. We weren't even having a good race anyway, but it is what it is.
Here's the checkered flag. The fans rise to their feet. It's Lando Norris for victory.
To come here and take victory as a team today on home soil was so important. You can see how much it means to them. The drivers there doing their part. The team's strategy was perfect as well. And the fans really embraced that. What a great atmosphere we had here today.
As you can see, Lando
It's
Norris
time to
wins
bring
his
out the
home Grand
bubbly
Prix for the
and
first time
spray it
in his
around.
Formula One
It's our
career.
podium
Max
celebration.
Verstappen P2, and then
He
it's going to
holds the
be
trophy aloft, and
Lewis
why shouldn't
Hamilton.
he? A
Keeps up that
richly
podium
deserved win today for
streak
Lando
in his home
Norris.
Grand Prix. I mean, it's an impressive streak even on this game. Um, yeah, but it is what it is. DNF wasn't meant to be today. We're going to
And
bounce
with that,
back
we
again
wrap
in
up another
Belgium
weekend of
as it's
motorsport
Lando
action.
Norris, Max
But with more
Verstappen,
races
Lewis
lined
Hamilton,
up,
Yuki
be
Tsunoda,
sure to join
Piastri,
us when
Alonso,
we come back
Russell,
with more
Gasly,
Formula One.
Antonelli, Hulkenberg, what a charge. Carlos Sainz, Albon, Stroll, Lawson, Bortoletto, Jack Doohan, Behrman, Franco, Ocon, Hajar, Us, and then Charles Leclerc. Just wasn't meant to be today, but 64 points. Max Verstappen's gap closes as Lando Norris wins, and same for the constructors. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did, and even though it was a bad one, but I'll see you guys in Belgium for Spa.